What's up, college baseball fans? Welcome to another episode of the 11.7 podcast. We are here to preview the weekend, also recap the midweek, and just talk a whole bunch of college baseball. But more importantly, at the end of the episode, we will build live a field of 64 from scratch. No bias, no nothing. We are projecting what we think will happen the rest of the season, and we will, come up with the field of 64. You might not like it. Your feelings might get hurt. I'm sorry. But we're just trying to do our job. And, anyways, it's going to be a really fun episode. We will also do our new favorite game that we learned yesterday on Club Bromaha. And if you don't know what Club Bromaha is, it's a live show that Jack and myself do. We try to do it once a week. We just missed like 4 weeks in a row, but it's a lot of fun. I don't know what Dimitri's doing right now on the YouTube.
We're
He's
just
using a
drawing
pen.
something,
I don't know. But
and
anyways, that was distracting. But we have a new favorite game. It's called Guess That Mid Major. And we are going to, the way it works, it's basically like a lottery. You pick any mid major that you want. Close your eyes, just think of somebody, whether it's Kennesaw State, Utah Valley, it doesn't matter. And we'll scroll through the RPI and randomly select one. And it's a lot of
Utah
fun.
Valley, no, it matters. Utah, we don't do Valley schools anymore after that fucking debacle.
No, we do lots of Valley schools.
Oh, we can do whatever we want.
Dimitri is somewhat inebriated right now in Italy. It is late night over there, but he is drinking on 11 Parallel, he says, right? That's the 11 Parallel beer. And man, he's usually off the hinges already, but we'll try to contain him. But anyways, we want to thank our partners over at Home Field Apparel. Big plans for Omaha. Like we're talking, if everything falls through, huge plans for Omaha.
We're sober
And
over there.
yeah, right now they're saying like obviously like you can promote the shirts and the website and everything, but they're like, hold off. We're gonna have a much bigger and better marketing plan for you guys for the college baseball postseason. So no team of the week right now. If you guys want to look though, I mean check out their website, homefieldapparel.com. Our promo code is right there on the YouTube screen. 15% off using our code CWS24. So like College World Series 24. Man, they're gonna do some big things in the college baseball world here in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys. Anyways, Dimitri, I want you to kick us off. Recap the midweek for everybody. We'll make this quick, and then after that, we'll do our weekend series pick 'em. We got our 6 series ready, lined up, ready to go, and then after that, we'll build our field of 64. So we'll try not to draw out this episode too long, but who knows how
Beautiful,
long it's going to take.
beautiful. All right, so for the midweek, um, honestly, this midweek was so last month. If you know what I mean, if you know, you know. Anyway, nothing really happened this midweek. UC Irvine, big win over San Diego. The Anteater, hey, are they going to host or not? Are they in play? They're definitely in play. I think UC Irvine has a shot. Oregon takes that random ass midweek over Oregon State after their 3 game series. Beaver Ducks 2-2 split on the season. Our boys, the Charlotte, fall 5 games under 500. They had some promise this year. They just can't quite get over that 500 hump. Not sure what's going on. Our boys at Wilmington, big time win over NC State. I think the CAA is shaping up to be a 3-bid league with Wilmington, Charleston, and Northeastern, or winner of the tournament plus 2 of the top teams will get in. I think it's very, very good 3-bid league. And then Wednesday, if I'm not forgetting anything besides Mississippi State beating Ole Miss. Hey, those dog fans at Hale State, the question is now valid. Are we going to host?
Yeah,
Besides those notes, I don't think there's much else to say about this midweek. Ben, any thought?
yeah. I mean, if you want like brutal honesty, dude, watching the midweeks in May, like late April, early May, it exposes just how, first of all, how much the balls are juiced, right? Like home runs every inning. The bats are a lot hotter than what we played with, like in the BB core era. This is no longer like the BB core era. First of all, the games that are be playing with 20 runs scored, dude. I looked through my whole college career. I never played in a game where a team scored 20 runs, and like we're talking about Kyle Lewis playing against Savannah State twice a year. Dude, it's crazy how much the numbers have jumped. And yes, I'll say I agree it's good for the game, But to piggyback on top of that, what nobody's talking about, the balls are juiced, bats are hot. Dude, college pitching sucks now. Like, it is not, dude, I'm telling you right now, these are not pitchers anymore.
Say
This
it
is
with your chest.
showcase.
Move up to the
I mean,
screen.
I don't
Move
even
up to
have
the
to say it
camera.
with my chest. Like, I'm saying it with my brain. I'm saying it with
No,
my
no, no.
eyes.
Move up closer to the
I'm about to
camera and
mute you,
say what you
Jason.
really want to say.
I need to
Move up.
mute him. I just muted him.
There we go.
Oh man, I'll unmute him in a second. But no, I don't have to say it with my chest. I don't have to say it with anything. It's my eyes and my
I can
brains.
just
Like
click
college,
unmute.
yeah, I know. But college pitching, other than like the elite guys, like the Friday night guys, Saturday guys, and your top one or two relievers, dude, these guys suck. Like, and maybe I'm not talking specifically towards one person, right? There's some freshmen out there with a lot of upside. There's some, guys, junior college guys that are trying to figure out. There's guys coming back, from injury that aren't what they used to be. But for the most part, like these are showcase guys trying to throw as hard as they can. They can't locate their off speed. They don't work different parts of the plate. Everything is middle. And like with these juice balls and the hot bats, college hitting is just absolutely abusing them. Like balls are getting launched 450 feet. Like there's more balls hit over 400 feet than just barely over the fence. So it comes back to the pitching too. It's going to be a mess for the next month. But once regionals come around, super regionals especially, and then Omaha, like you'll see like only the best pitchers pitching. But like, why are we even playing midweeks right now? Like, college baseball needs to cut out midweeks. The last week of April through conference tournaments. These 3 weeks, no midweeks. Kids are dealing with final exams. Kids are dealing with injuries and sore arms and this and that. And like, we don't need to see the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th best pitchers throwing. Like, it's meaningless. So that's my opinion on the midweek.
Can I add to that? First of all, you had me in the first half, not going to lie. I thought you were going to chicken out of what our agreement was, but you didn't. You just dragged it out into a nice think piece, and I commend you for that. At the beginning, I was booing you because I thought you were going to chicken out of it, but you didn't, Ben Upton. You did a great job, and I agree 100%. Everything is middle. Throw it as hard as you can. If it goes inside, it was an accident. If it goes outside, it was an accident, especially with the fastball. That's what I think. I think guys are losing the idea, and the art of pitching is disappearing because what gets you drafted, what gets you paid, velo, gasoline. Gas prices are going up, cost of velo is going up. You either get hurt or you make it, and that's what I agree with. Also, on the midweek, giving me the midweek, let the boys go enjoy a 50-cent, $2 beer Tuesday. They haven't been able to do it all semester. Get out the midweeks out of here. Let the boys go enjoy, go to the bar before all their classmates and their campus friends leave for the summer. Let them go out for $2 Tuesdays. I'm not saying they don't do it already, but let them do it with no other responsibility. Show up for practice and go out for some beers, whatever, with their friends before they leave for the summer. So I think April should be no midweek April. May should be no midweek May.
Yeah, I think we're at a place in our game where like some of the home runs that you're seeing people hit like out on their front side, like the one that our boy Drew Burris hit last weekend, like you're like, that looked a little bit different. And when you circle back to like 2017, 2019 World Series when there were just home runs being hit in the major league level, like I think the college game was like, wait, that worked. Like they're making money. So I think this has been like a slow implementation into the college game for about half a decade now, where those balls are finally being set in place. And what we're seeing is, I think kids bigger and stronger than ever. Maybe the balls are a little bit juiced too, but talking with the College of Charleston pitching coach, who they're like top 5 in the country in ERA right now, like there is a lost art of pitching, the craftsmanship and like pitcher like swag on the bump. Like we've lost a lot of that because those same kids that are going and getting bigger and stronger and faster are also doing it on the rubber, where the only thing that matters right now is the number that I post velo wise. So, the guys that dive into the TrackMan and are looking at horizontal depth and spin rate and all that stuff, fantastic. But sometimes like it's a guy that's throwing 85 to 87 with really nice run and a really nice slider to pair up to be able to split the plate. Like we completely lost that. So I think that's why we're seeing numbers as bonkers as they are, like pretty I guess, consistently across the country. But I'm with the boys, man. It's fun. It's guerrilla warfare right now. Some of the home runs. Remember when they first opened Charles Schwab Field in Omaha, and like there was like 2 home runs hit the entire tournament, and then like
Yeah.
last year Wyatt Langford hit 2 baseballs 460 plus feet. Like it's a different world.
Dude, it's a different world. And like, yeah, Dimitri, you hit the nail on the head. Like the art of pitching is gone. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe a little bit further than that. Let's just say 7 to 10 years ago. Like everybody you faced was 88 to 90. Like your Friday night guy might have been 91 to 92. And he was like their best arm. But everybody was a 3-pitch mix guy and maybe a 4-pitch mix guy, which like as a hitter, we didn't have the most intense scouting reports, but like we knew the guy's velo and we knew what pitches he threw. And as a hitter, you're like, all right, he's got 4 pitches that he'll show. 3 of them he can throw for a strike at any time. And it was so much harder to hit because like timing was off. You didn't know if he was working the inner half, upper half, lower half. Plus now, like with the umpires have a big part to do with this offensive juggernaut too, because with the implementation of like TrackMan and everything, they're getting graded differently than when we played and they would give 3 inches off the plate. You would have to like kind of know your umpire in his zones. Now everybody's just trying to be like perfect. So it makes the job for the pitcher a lot harder. But like I'm just gonna go out and say it, like I'm so tired of these 21 to 8 games in 7 innings. Like that is not fun baseball to me. What Ole Miss and Mississippi State did on ESPN2 yesterday was awesome. It was 1-1 until like the 8th inning. Mississippi State scored 1 in the bottom of the 8th, and then Ole Miss was like, pitching change, pitching change, pitching change. It really slowed things down, but like it was like a 2-hour game up until the 8th inning, and it was awesome. It was intense. They threw their best arms because it was important for both of those teams. Midweek game, but still conference game in the committee's eyes. Like they look at that as a conference game, and they played it hard, and it was awesome. Dude, we tried to watch the High Point Wake Forest game. It was like 8-5 in the second inning with 7 home runs. It's like, what are we doing here, man? Like, come on. So
I will say this. Baseball starts like this. Hitting goes up, pitching catches up, and then they change some things to make pitching go in front. Hitting adjusts to that new pitching, hitting takes the lead. Then pitching catches up, pitching takes the lead. Hitting makes the adjustment, catch up, they take the lead. It's a back and forth. It will always be that way. I mean, they changed rules. BB core balls were different. Pitching was dominating. Omaha was a snooze fest. I mean, the College World Series was an absolute snooze fest. There was no electric, there was no fireworks, there was nothing. Now we're starting to get to that point again where Omaha is about to be an offensive shitstorm. We're close. We haven't quite got there yet. Last year was a little bit. I mean, the Rhett Lauder, Paul Skeen, how often is that going to happen? 2 of the best arms in the country match up in Omaha. You see what happened. Pitching dominate. Pitching will always win when the pitcher is that much better than the hitter. But when they're even or below, it's fireworks.
counterpoint though, nobody's ever going to be Paul Skeens and Rhett Lauder and like what they were doing. Maybe not nobody, but very few will do what they did at the college level.
Sure,
I miss the guys that are like, I miss the Michael Roths of the world for South Carolina, who is 4-pitch mix guy. He doesn't throw harder than 87 miles an hour, and he's breaking College World Series records every year. Like those are the type of guys I miss. But guess what? Like those guys are either going to junior college or they're going to Division III, or they're just not playing baseball after high school. Like the real crafty pitchers, the guys that can, shake things up. There's only a few teams in the country that I think are doing a good job of that. And Jack mentioned one of them. Charleston's one of those teams where they have different angles, different speeds, different guys with different arsenals, and that's why they're at the top of the pitching charts.
Yeah, dude, I've got your Michael Roth. He throws on Sunday for the College of Charleston. His name's Connor Campbell. He's a 5th-year senior. He started his career at Maryland, has made his way down to the Charleston area. It's a 4-pitch mix, and early on this year, he was 4 outs away from a perfect game. Like it was, like it's fun, right? Like he's out there. Yeah, I was at their practice yesterday. He was throwing a live pen on the mound on a Wednesday. He goes, I sweat as hard as I possibly can on Wednesday, and I bounce back 4 days later on Sunday. And their entire weekend staff they're 89 to 92. They've got a couple draft guys, sure, but like I was sitting there watching their bullpens yesterday, And I was like, this is like baseball porn. Like didn't miss a spot for 25 to 30 minutes. And they cycled in like 6 or 7 different arms. Catchers were just clean as hell behind the plate. I was like, this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, the guy that last night, Jax Brockett from Nebraska, throws a complete game no-hitter. And he's a lefty. I think he might have topped out at 88, maybe.
Yeah.
And I mean, he throws a no-hitter on a midweek. So like that's the kind of stuff that these teams don't have. And sure, like if you're an LSU or an Arkansas, Florida, doesn't matter. Like a top tier team, like of course you can have depth. Uh, like you can have 12 guys that are 95 plus and like nasty stuff. Like that's what they get. But I'm seeing all these like lower level teams trying to match with what these guys have. And even if you teach someone to throw 95 miles an hour, if he's not in the zone or if he throws the ball right down the middle, like he's going to have an ERA north of 8 easily. Doesn't matter how hard he throws. So that's my issue right now with midweeks
midweek
is we're
recap.
seeing just some bad baseball. Bad baseball.
That was our midweek recap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, we're gonna do our weekend series pick 'em here first, and then we got to build this field of 64. Hopefully, we'll keep this under 2 hours, but who knows? Anyways, weekend series pick 'em. We are in week 12 now, and the 6 series that we picked this week were more for like I don't know. Like we wanted to give some new teams some looks, and that's why we have the Sacred Heart at Wagner series, both fighting for first place in the Northeastern Conference. Kansas State. That's that pencil talk versus pen talk. Blind man Nate thinks the Jayhawks are way better than the Wildcats of Kansas State. So, anyways, the 6 series here. I'm gonna share my screen so everybody can see this. I don't want to be selfish. Let's take a look at the leaderboard real fast. Cola B-Ball, 48-20, tied with Q Millie, 48-20. That's incredible. I don't know how they're doing that. I think I'm right at 500, 31-31-ish. But Smiles, The Real Truth, C. Latham, 44, Nick Lavergetta, JP 2108, Noah B, Joe Cav, and E. Shockley. Like E. Shockley's in 10th place. He's 5 games back, but we still got 3 weeks left. 43-25. Like I'm telling you, it's just as hard to go 0 and it's just as hard to go 6-0 as it is to go 0-6. Like it can happen any week. So, anyways, the 6 series: Vanderbilt at Georgia, Oklahoma at Texas Tech, the Raging Cajuns at Troy, Sacred Heart at Wagner, Kansas at Kansas State, and Austin P at Stetson. Boys, where do you want to start?
Start at the top.
Start at the top. All right, Vanderbilt at Georgia. First of all, these are 2 of the teams that are under speculation that Jim Schlossnagle brought up. I don't want to get into it because if I'm Coach Schlossnagle and I want to get vague and say a team got caught cheating with monitors in the dugout, live stream, or whatever, like just say the name. Like, now you have everybody speculating. It's not a good look on Coach Schloss. Like it's not a good look on like the 5 or 6 teams that could potentially make it. But if we're not going to be the podcast that talks about it, if you want to learn about it more, the videos everywhere, and you can do your own research. But Vanderbilt and Georgia were 2 of the 3 teams that like kind of fit what he's talking about. Don't know who it was.
And
but
look at you, and now look at you speculating. I thought we weren't going to talk about it.
I didn't speculate. I'm breaking down the scenario because I know there's gonna be comments or people tweeting us being like, "Why didn't you talk about Vanderbilt, Georgia?" Whatever. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not speculating. I don't really care, dude. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
I could give 2 fucks.
Dude, it's not what the Houston Astros had a whole coding system and like a live feed right at the catcher's crotch, and like none of these teams are even using like catcher signs anymore. Everybody's just using the pitch comp.
Like Altuve had a buzzer under his jersey.
No. Look, we're not getting into that. That'll actually piss me off. We're actually not going to talk about that. I'll kick you off the show right now. So that's your one warning.
I love that.
But no, anyways, like nobody even uses like signals anymore. Everybody just uses pitch comp. Like catcher types it in on his knee, the pitcher gets it in his ear. Like what?
Anyway, Vanderbilt, Georgia. Ben, you are now on the clock.
This is an easy pick for me, man. Give me Georgia at home. Vanderbilt's been terrible on the road. Like I don't trust this team. Like they're a team that is a non-threat to me right now. I think if you said to me which of these 2 teams is going to go further in June, I'd say Georgia. Like I don't think Vanderbilt has any pop. Nobody with power. Nobody that scares me. Georgia just plays really well at home. This was almost a no-brainer for me, which means Vanderbilt's for sure going to win. But whatever.
Jack, you go second.
You want me to go second? I have two things about this series. First off, Georgia, I really like them at home. I think their pitching has been a lot better than people have given them credit for, myself included. Their bullpen really has stepped up in a big way as the weather has gotten warmer. Did you guys know that if you go to the Georgia baseball like rosters, and if you're scrolling up and down, like I was going to look for Condon's numbers the other day just to see how stupid it had gotten. If you go click on their names and their bios, you can like pitch an NIL deal to them through their like team's like website.
Yeah, there's a bunch of schools that do that. Yeah, you can
It's the
directly
process.
yeah.
There's a bunch of them that do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I think that's nuts. I really like Corey Collins, a catcher that's hits at the top of the lineup, and he's leading the country in OBP. With that all being said, I'll take the other catcher that I'm kind of got a little bit of a man crush on. Alana Espinal continues to hit baseballs 900 miles per hour. Like when he hits balls, like they almost look like they evaporate. I actually think Vandy, who has been terrible on the road, I think they go get a big time weekend set. I think it'll be a road match on Sunday. I think they win on Sunday. I like their pitching a little bit more.
Give me the Tim Corbin Vandy boy on the road at Georgia. I think Vanderbilt is the better team. They've got the better pitching. I won't say they've got the better star power offensively, but I think 1 through 9, they're more even keeled. But they've got the pitching, and I'm going to give Vanderbilt the edge on the pitching side on the road in Athens. Yeah, give me the dogs. I mean, the doors. The doors. Like,
you confused me there for a second.
I got to be honest. I'm surprised I'm on the majority side here. I strictly am picking Vandy because I feel like the public's going to be all over Georgia, and I need to get back in these standings. That's why.
I think Vandy's the better team. I think Georgia's been playing well. Condon's been carrying them. I wonder what this team's record would be without him.
It'd be interesting. Dude, I saw a stat. I don't know how true it is, but there was it was somebody on Instagram. I guess he calculated the numbers, and home teams in SEC series are winning 88% of game one.
That's crazy.
So first game of an SEC series, 88% of the time the home team wins. And I know it went 7-0. It went 7-0 last week, which is nuts.
That's crazy. So
yeah.
Listen,
hopefully Georgia wins this one tonight. Also, Florida's playing Tennessee tonight, Thursday night, and I think I'm going to invest in the Gators. Game 1 SEC home team.
Make a significant investment, please.
Yeah. Next series, Oklahoma at Texas Tech. Look, Oklahoma's got a much better Big 12 record, but when you match these two teams up head to head, like
close,
especially in Lubbock, Texas Tech's about as scary as they get. Texas Tech got swept last week. It was a bad week for them. This is a huge bounce back spot. I think Oklahoma is a good team. I don't think they're great. And I think that record's a little inflated. They lost a heartbreaking series last week to Texas late into Sunday night. But anyways, I'm going to get on with my point. I say it all the time. I've said it since 2019. When the weather is hot, and Texas Tech plays at home, they do not lose. They do not lose. They put up 15 runs a game. Give me Texas Tech. They're going to win this series. Maybe a sweep. Boys.
Give me the Red Raiders. At home, month of May. That sun is shining down hard in West Texas. The shades go on. The eye black drips under the shade. Give me the gun. Give me the Red Raiders and love it.
Yeah, well, if you think it's a sweep, then let's make it an 11-7 sweep. Congratulations to OU. Hitting 324 as a team, though, the Red Raiders. They got a kid hitting over 400, Damian Bravo hitting 405, OBP over 600. I always forget, obviously, because Gavin Cash is really good, but that kid that I'd fell in love with at Gonzaga, Cade McGee, that plays a corner spot for them, like, he's a dog. I remember falling in love with him. I think he's got 11 or 12 homers on the year. Friend of the pod, Antonio Garcia, coached him when he was with Gonzaga, and I always forget he's with them now. So I'll take the Red Raiders as well.
All right. Congratulations, Oklahoma Sooners. Louisiana at Troy. Like, I already know where Jack's going, so Jack, go ahead and lead us off here.
Well, if this is going to be about pitching, I know that they have one of the best offenses in the country. Give me Garrett Gaines. Give me Luke Lyon. I think that this team is really, really stupid. Grayson Stewart, who's the preseason Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year, went into last week with an 80 ERA, was nasty. I think Troy's pitching is what's going to be that carries them in on top of already how potent that offense is. Sorry, Louisiana. It's all about the Trojans, baby.
Rizgod, you want to go next?
I'll save it for last. That's what Rizzlers do.
All right. Look, I think this might make some people mad, but right now, I think Troy. If the Sun Belt tournament was played this past week, I think Troy wins it. They're playing really good baseball, and like what I saw from them last week was crazy. I think this is the prime example of a team that came into the season with very high expectations. They let a lot of people down, but like the talent is coming through. They've had big time players, preseason guys that like were coming in with all this hype. Grayson Stewart was one of them that hasn't pitched well until recently. So this feels like a team that could be very dangerous in the postseason. I think Troy takes care of business at home. Louisiana scrappy team though. Like they're kind of like Kentucky. Like they'll get in the mud with anybody, and like they'll win games differently. If this series was at the Teague, I would take Louisiana, but on the road, like give me Troy.
I like it.
No way Ben is going with the Trojan. I'm so disappointed right now. I'm so torn. My heart just went all the way to the right and all the way to the left, hanging by one thread right now. And here's why. I wanted you to take Louisiana so I could take Troy and move along. Graphics says Louisiana, Troy, Raging Review comes in. D Quarters 2-7, hates the Cajun. Blah, 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 blah. They all think they hate Louisiana.
Dude,
Don't
they
know
think
why.
you love them though. They think that you love
I
them.
love the Cajun.
I know, and they think that. So back them. Look, I don't think taking
But,
Louisiana here. If you took Louisiana here, that's like not a bad pick.
but I
They're in
took
first place in
Troy
the
to
Sun
win
Belt
the
by
Fun.
3 games.
I took Troy to win the Fun Belt. Skylar Meade got the Trojans cooking. Troy is not falling this weekend. So I don't know what to do here. Do I take Louisiana and pretend that I love the Cajun? Or do I take Troy and stand on fucking business? What do I do
It's
here?
your pick. It's your pick, man. What do you think when you close your eyes at night? Who
All
would you
right, I
rather
got
see?
it. I'm holding a number 1 through 5 under the table.
No.
I'm
We're
not
not doing this.
responsible.
You got to be a man to make a pick.
I'm not
here.
responsible for your pick.
Yeah, you got to make a pick here,
This is so hard.
dude. Who's going to win the series? Just gut instinct. Who wins?
Louisiana on the road, Troy at home. Shane Lewis pinch hit 3-run home run Sunday
Dude, I
to win
think
the series.
I think you're scared of like pissing off the Louisiana fans, but
I
if
know,
the
No, it has
real
nothing
11,
to do with that. It has
dude,
nothing
if
to
the
do with
Raging
that.
Cajun fans saw us all pick Troy, they would throw a party. They'd be so happy.
I know.
Shane Lewis, 3-run pinch hit home run on Sunday over the Monster. Troy takes the series, 11.7, rises from the ashes. Troy is not fucking falling. The Greeks stay alive. Give me the Trojan.
I think that's a great pick.
When did we fall in the ashes?
Give me Troy. Helen of Troy.
Like, there's gonna be plenty
top.
of Cajun fans that get mad on the graphic when they're like, "Oh, these guys don't know ball or whatever." But the real Cajun fans will be like, "Thank God they all picked Troy because they never win." So there we go.
What would you
Sacred
call that?
Heart at Wagner.
Wait, you would know the person that does that, a knower of the podcast. They know the 11.7 jinx. They are knowers of the jinx.
Yep. Sacred Heart at Wagner. I have to back my boy, Coach Noto, Craig Noto over there doing special things at Wagner. Talked to him a lot this offseason, talked to him preseason. He loves his team. I don't know a single thing about Sacred Heart. And that's on me. I probably should. They're having a hell of a season. But I'm not picking against Wagner. Not doing it. So give me Wagner.
In and out.
Yep. I don't know a damn thing about either one of these teams, and I don't plan on knowing anything about them. On Monday, all I'm going to care about is whoever won the series and lost series, and I'm going to move forward. Then I'm going to make my Northeast Conference tournament pick in about 3 weeks from now, and I'm still not going to know anything about them. That's just me being honest. I picked Wagner to win the conference preseason, so I'm going to pick Wagner this weekend.
Well, congratulations, Sacred Heart. And I did do my research on this matchup, and I'll tell you what I found out. Zach Kowalczyk of Sacred Heart having a crazy season was just the next player of the week. But it's all about pitching this time of the year. And when pitching has been the brand and the theme of today's episode, Connor Hayden and Frankie Wright of Wagner have had stellar seasons. Will be starting their 12th game of the year, each on Friday and Saturday this year. Both have ERAs under 3.5. They've got great stuff. Give me Wagner at home. That place is an absolute juggernaut to go play in. I've heard nothing but insane things. I heard it's basically like LSU of the Northeast, is what I've heard.
You're kind of joking around, but they do have a sick field.
I saw it on their graphics.
Yeah, they play it like I think it's the Long Island Ducks field or Long Island whoever's field.
Yeah, it's the independent team. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ducks field, and they have like Manhattan in the background. Like the what's it called? Not the background.
Long Island Ducks of the Atlantic League.
The skyline or whatever. The skyline is sick. So it's an awesome field. Awesome place to play baseball. Shout out Coach Noto.
I wasn't joking. It's cool. It's cool. I like it.
Okay. I thought you were just saying it, and I was like, I don't know if you've seen the field, but it is sick. It's
awesome.
I
did my homework. I did some Instagram stalking on the boys.
Good. All right. So congratulations, Sacred Heart. So we have 3 sweeps already.
This would be back-to-back weeks. We've gone 3 sweeps. That's terrible.
Yeah. Kansas at Kansas State. A little pencil talk versus Blind Man Nate. Big rivalry. Dimitri, you missed it last week, but you remember Blind Man Nate from last year? Partied with me in Vegas, won the weekend series pick'em last year. Yeah, he sent me a text calling out Jack. Basically said Jack sucks. Sucks as a human.
I agree with Blind Man Nate.
Hey, here's the deal. Blind Man Nate and I go to battle. I'm going to lead this thing off.
Hey,
so here's the wager. It was a pencil talk and Blind Man Nate wager. I will have to wear a Kansas shirt for the next pod. Blind Man Nate's just got to wear purple, right? I don't even care about the K-State because I know that's a lot to ask in that rivalry.
No. He actually replied and said he would go and get. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
Some K-State here.
Wait.
He said, all right, let me read you the text. I forgot to read this to you, but he did text me on Monday after we released the pod. He said, I'm completely down for the friendly wager. I will even get a pencil talk shirt if Kansas State pulls it off. I just responded to him on my blah, blah, blah play. It's his another page. But yeah, basically he's saying like he'll buy a pencil talk shirt from you and wear it.
All right.
So there's a wager.
I'll wear some Kansas gear, Rock Chalk Nation. I got to tell you, we made the wager, and then K-State went and got no notes. So Blind Man Nate, whatever curse you threw on this wager, congratulations. I think I might be in some trouble. Kalen Culpepper goes, yeah, a couple times. Give me the Wildcats. Blind Man Nate, you and me. Let's do this thing.
He is a sports guru. I'm telling you. And like again, him and I are friends, so like he doesn't mind me kind of making fun of him. But dude, we were in Vegas. I'm not kidding about this story. We were in Vegas, and like all the games are over with, and there's UFC coming on, like the Saturday night UFC card, and it was pretty loaded. And he was like, "Dude, I got a parlay that will not miss." And I'm like, "All right, let's hear it." He gives me like a 3-person UFC parlay, and so I placed the bet, right, and it was like 20 to win like 220. It was like a big parlay, and then after I placed it, I was like, "Wait, Nate, you're blind. Like you've never. How are you telling me you can judge like 2 guys fighting each other?" And he's like, "I listen. I can hear the punches." He's like, "I know who's good." And I'm like, "All right, I'm bought in." Dude, it freaking hit. It hit with ease. Was never a doubt. Like I'm talking 2 underdogs and then like basically a minus 115 guy. And it hit with ease. Like he is a sports guru. So Jack, for that reason, I'm taking Kansas here. I will always back my man, Blind Man Nate.
Hey, Blind Man Nate might not be able to see, but he can hear, he can feel, and he is a knower of ball. Give me the Rock Chalk Kansas Jayhawk.
You're in trouble, Jack. I didn't want to say it last pod. You're in trouble, dude.
Here's the deal. As a hypothetical horrible investor, been nice to know the nice plug. Jeez. This is how you broach the conversation. Hey Jack, by the way, I got a buddy of mine that hates you. Oh, fantastic. Really nice to meet him too. Great. Blind Man Nate, you and I go to battle this weekend to the ends of the world. After that, I'm gonna be a ride or die.
Dude, I'm not getting heat. He straight up won the weekend series pick'em last year. He hit it like 80% in college baseball.
So what have we been doing this season?
Dude, I don't know.
Hypothetically giving away all of my coins. What are we doing, Ben? You're holding us back.
Jack,
What?
you just said Ben talking about his friend that hates you. Have you ever thought that you have a co-host that hates you too?
Stop.
Yeah,
It's all about the pen.
every time we
All
record.
about the pen.
Every time
Dimitri,
we
you're
record.
drunk.
I-
I'm not
you
getting.
ever
You know what? Hold
heard
on.
somebody-
For people on YouTube, I'm getting in the middle of YouTube right now. I just
Have
switch
you ever
myself
heard
to the
someone
middle.
say, "Sell me a fucking pencil"? No. There's a famous line that goes like this: "Sell me a pen."
No, we're not, dude. No, Dimitri, you're drunk. We're not getting into this. We got to stay on task. We have to stay on task. We have a
Wait. Do not
we
throw
have
the
a
D word
strict
out there
time
like that.
frame.
I had
What?
one beer. I don't like when people throw this D word out there like this. No, Jack, sell me a pen.
No. You're ripping off of a movie because you had one too many lockers. Congratulations,
dude.
buddy. You think doing alcohol is cool?
Hey, can we pick Austin P and Stetson, please?
Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. Dimitri's hammered right now.
Oh, Jack is
Austin.
rattled now.
So Austin P at Stetson. Boys, this one's tough to pick. I'll be honest. Like, I know Austin P just won 35-1 in the midweek. Shout out to Lyle Miller Green hitting his 26th homer. Dude, it was just that game was awesome, but at the same time, it was so gross. But shout out Coach Fanning, green shoes on, always on go. Stetson at home though is really freaking good, and I mean it's a battle for first place right here. Like we got two of the top. I mean, there's like 4 teams tied for first place in the
There's
ASUN.
Jacksonville as well.
Yeah, awesome, dude. It's an awesome conference this year. Kennesaw State's there too. I'm gonna go Stetson at home. I think. Look, I love Austin P. No, dude, I
Ben,
don't
you're
know.
a traitor, dude. You're such a traitor.
Dude, but I'm picking. I need to start winning because at the end of the year, if I'm below 500, like it's going to be a terrible look.
Don't even know all, brother.
Like, I'm gonna,
Ben,
let me go
go with
last.
the gut.
I need to research one thing. I'm gonna go last here.
All right, I'm
All right.
going first. You want it, Riz God? I'm
Go
going
for it.
first. Let me get out of this way. Hey, the ASUN tournament is in DeLand, Florida this year. And I think the ASUN's a top 10 conference in the country. Lipscomb just beat Tennessee in the midweek. We got to start showing some more love to the ASUN because you're right. This is going to be for the regular season conference championship. It's going to be one of these two teams. And I'll tell you who it's going to be. The team that's dominated every single offensive category imaginable. It's going to be the team whose coach called me on Wednesday night and said, "Hey, do you think they've paid attention yet?" Lyle Miller Green's going to win the Golden Spikes Award, and this Austin P team is going to go march in to a regional, and they're going to go beat that team in Stillwater for a little rematch. Get your get back game where Roland Fanning and the boys traveled from just 2 years ago. Give me Austin P. This is when it starts to get going. I can feel it in my loins.
Buddy, you're talking about showing some whatever you said, the L word. I don't like to say the L word. I think it's a very dangerous world in today's society. But you're speaking to a 3-year bet of the Atlantic Sun Conference. So pump the brakes over there on whatever the jiu-jitsu you got going on.
You're the same guy that last week said that 100 teams, everyone else can kick rocks. So as a 3-year ASUN bet, are you telling the ASUN to kick rocks?
Yeah, and people that have penciled up the side of their hat can kick rocks as well and play in traffic.
Hey, I'll go play in the park with them. That's all.
All right. The Atlantic Sun. The title of the Atlantic Sun stays in Florida. I know Lipscomb won it, whatever. Liberty won it a year. Other than that, it was either in Macon, Georgia, or it came from the state of Florida.
Has anybody in Florida won it recently? You just named 4 states.
You gotta let me finish. We're gonna forget the last 3 or 4 years happened. Those don't count. COVID changed things. Ever since COVID, things don't count anymore. COVID messed things up. But before that, it was either Macon, Georgia, or the state of Florida. And I could be factually incorrect, but I really don't care at this point. The Hatters of Stetson or the JU Dolphins are going to win this conference. Austin P, Mountain Dew, not winners of the Atlantic Sun. Give me the Hatters.
Dude, I got to look this up real fast. Over the last 4 years, there's been 4 different states to win it.
Like I said,
As far as I know, Austin Peay's in Tennessee, so let's make it 5 in 5 years. Give me Austin Peay. We had Florida, Georgia, Virginia. Yeah, give me Austin Peay.
Hey, you guys want to know something funny? The PA guy or the color comment, you don't know which one it is. At Stetson, every time, it's every three, so it's the top of the third, top of the sixth, top of the ninth. He does an ad read for their concession stand. And he goes, blah, blah. He goes, blah, 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 blah. Hot dogs, whatever, blah, blah. He goes, hamburger, blah, blah, blah. And then he ends it. He goes, come get you some hot dogs. Yum, yum, come get you some. And everyone starts laughing because it's like his signature thing. And then he ended with like the Go Hatters, like super like dragged out Stetson Hatters, yum, yum, come get you some. And I'll never forget it.
So for that reason, I'm out. Give me Austin Peay.
For that reason, and so much more. Anyway, on a real note.
Stetson has an awesome home field, good environment too. So if you're near the land, or if you want to go to a conference tournament, highly recommend that one. Anyways, let's build our field.
I do not recommend that one. It is hot as hell. It's hot as hell. Rain delays at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Then it gets humid as fuck in the evening time. Dude, not a fun conference tournament to be at, to be honest.
It looks fun. Anyways, we have to get going. No more stalling. Demetri, I will mute your mic if you go on another rant. Same goes for you, Jack. And if I go on a rant, someone mute my mic. We have 45 minutes to build this field of 64 because I have to pick my son up from daycare. So, Demetri, do not mute me anymore. Will you pull up your screen and let's do a field of 64 on Excel?
Let's do it.
And then we'll have a graphic later today.
We will have a graphic out tonight.
45 minutes, boys. If we can't decide, we're just going to pick one. Because at this time, it does not matter. As long as we have the 64 teams in the tournament, that's where it needs to be.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to get our 16 hosts done first.
Let's do speed round.
Speed round. 1. I mean, right now, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Arkansas.
2, I would say Arkansas. 3, it could be 3 different teams. Tennessee, Clemson, North Carolina, East Carolina. So 4 teams. One of those 4.
Clemson. Give me Clemson.
Done.
So here's the deal. Clemson, Texas A&M, number 1. And we've got Arkansas, 2.
We got 45 minutes. We can figure this out later. Let's just name our 16.
I think we should go Clemson here.
Yeah, do it, Clemson. Yeah. I think this is a go with your gut field to 64. Yeah. When you take a test.
I will say this. I'm just going to throw this out there. We're going to put Clemson down. But if they don't win the ACC regular season title, it could alter and change a little bit. But I do think Clemson should win the ACC. Carolina and Florida State are in a great spot to compete for it, but let's just stick with the Tigers.
Here, this is what we're actually going to do. Move over to the D column. Let's just name the 16 teams, or maybe we'll name 17 or 18, and we'll just pick from there.
Well, why don't we just do that?
All right, perfect. That's the RPI right now. But let's just name teams we think are going to host a regional, and then we'll seed them. It's easier that way.
All right, we'll do that. We've got these 3. Then, Kentucky, Arkansas, Clemson, Florida State. Are we all in agreement?
Yep, yeah. Throw them in there.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
No doubt. East Carolina?
Yo.
Yeah, I'm good 1 through 12. I've looked ahead. Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Indiana State, Oregon State. Keep going.
All right.
Virginia. I think either Virginia or Wake Forest.
So they're not a guarantee yet. We'll leave these ones blank.
I think UC Irvine's going to end up hosting.
You think that's a guarantee? You want to put them in as a host?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Great. I think if Nebraska wins the Big Ten, they're going to be in a good spot to host, and I like it.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that. And I could see the committee doing that too.
But they haven't
All right.
done it in years past, and I think it's got to change. The Big Ten needs to be respected.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! I didn't do it. 3 doesn't count.
You almost counted.
But I didn't. We need 2 more.
Dimitri, timeout. I know you didn't just count with the numbers. I was wondering what you were doing, and you actually did something that I did not think you would ever do. You just counted 1 to 12, and the numbers are 1 to 12 right next to it. You didn't have to count.
I watched him do it.
Ben, we are doing a field of 64 prediction. This is not math class right now. Anyway, we need 2 more.
I could have told you that. You should have just asked. How many more do we need? 2 more. Look, I think
Okay, wait. Duke, let me add a couple teams because
like the Big 12 is for sure getting one, and I think it's going to be Oklahoma State.
All right, here we go. Virginia, Wake, Alabama, then all these teams.
Yeah, I would go ahead and highlight Oklahoma State green. They're playing unreal baseball right now.
I still think like there's a couple teams that we like. I think that Duke, and then I think a Sun Belt team. Like Duke's at 10 right now in the most recent rankings. I think they hold on and stay within. And I also think whether it be the Cajuns or I think whoever wins the Sun Belt championship will host. So
I think Duke gets the nod right now.
I like Duke.
I mean, Vanderbilt and Mississippi State are probably going to be fighting for a host spot. Oklahoma, if they win the Big 12, they're going to host. That's the issue here. But I don't think they're going to win it. I don't think they're going to hold on to it.
I think Mississippi State's going to host.
That's what I just said. Vanderbilt or Mississippi State will be fighting for a hosting spot. We'll know after this weekend, pretty much.
So we're out of teams.
No, it's over now. I mean, we're going Duke.
No, nope. I don't think so. How many? So first of all, like if it does come down to Duke or Mississippi State, 10 times out of 10, the committee's going to give it to Mississippi State. 10 times out of 10. Yeah. Duke's got a tiny little home field that seats about maybe 1,000 seats. Plus, you got the berms you can fit more people on. But Mississippi State's got the Taj Mahal of baseball.
Oh, I agree. And let's take it a step further. Duke's non-conference strength of schedule 232. Mississippi State 50 points higher or 50 spots higher at 182. Non-conference RPI even 72 for Duke, 77 for Mississippi State. Strength of schedule even 28-24. Duke's got 2 more quad 1 win. I mean, honestly, guys, outside of the non-conference strength of schedule, their resume is pretty identical. I would say 14-10 in the ACC could be the same as 12-9 in the SEC.
Dude, I think Mississippi State's going to host. I'm just telling you, like with the schedule they have remaining, and with the SEC, I don't want to say bias, but just they have all of the signs pointing towards them. They have the stadium, they have the fan base. Like it's going to drive revenue. I promise you, if it comes down to Mississippi State versus anybody, they will get it. That's why Auburn got it last year over Campbell.
Do it.
Mississippi State is 4-2 in SEC series, so they have a winning record in SEC series. Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, tough schedule ahead of them.
Dude,
Mississippi State, yeah, they won against Ole Miss again yesterday too, so they're really like 13-9 in the SEC play.
But you got to remember, you got to remember they lost the series to Ole Miss, so they're even 2 on the year.
Yeah, they're even 2-2. But anyways, we can't spend a ton of time on this. We got to get going. My vote's Mississippi State, or we could kick Nebraska out. Like I could see. I want Nebraska to host, or we could kick out somebody else. Like I don't know. I think the Big 12 will get one.
I think Irvine gets hosed here.
Let's hose Irvine then.
They're just going to get hosed.
All right, let's go Mississippi State over Irvine. Perfect.
All right, so let's do the TAMU, Kentucky, Ark, Clem, FSU.
Wait, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm just writing all the teams down, and we can see them.
Oh, well, I mean, we can kind of see them. Let's just go in order. Number 4.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I would say probably Tennessee, UNC, or East Carolina.
I see all 3 of those teams making a run in the SEC tournament, so I think they'll reward that even over a
All
conference.
right, let's do it. Seed them.
All right, I would go 16 seed Nebraska right away. Let's just fill them in. 16 overall Nebraska. Matches up with a super with Texas A&M. People are going to love that. That would be a big-time super regional.
Rob Childress. He's an assistant coach in Nebraska, right?
Who?
Rob
Rob Childress.
former head
Yeah, he
coach
is.
of A&M.
Yep.
All right.
15, I would probably go either
Indiana
Oklahoma State or Mississippi State.
Oklahoma State. Where's Arkansas, baby?
Yep.
Mississippi State, Clemson, or do you want to go Indiana State, Clemson?
It doesn't matter. Let's go Mississippi State. Let's go Mississippi State.
No, their RPI is gonna move up. I think Mississippi State at 24.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep, we'll do that. And then here,
I would probably actually go Georgia at 13.
You just had a brain fart. Do you really think Georgia's going to host?
Yeah.
What if they lose?
I think they're going to win. I think they'll win the series this weekend. I know you guys don't. We already made that pick, but
I mean,
can see, like, if you're looking at all the conference RPI stuff, like Coastal Carolina is the second hardest
Georgia
non-conference schedule. So if like Coastal goes and wins the Sun Belt, I would see them getting it over a Georgia.
Yeah, Coastal's going to be interesting, dude. Like Coastal, they're so far back from the Sun Belt standings. Like they would have to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
And probably win the Sun Belt tournament too.
All right, so let's do this. We'll go Indiana State here, or 14. We can go like an Oregon State or something, or Mississippi State.
I think Oregon State will end up being a national seed.
All right, Mississippi State.
I would go Georgia 13.
I do like that. I like that.
I think Mississippi State's going to turn it on and like play really good baseball moving forward. I mean, they're one of the few teams that has like a solidified starting rotation that like produces. So let's go Georgia 13.
Let's go back up here.
Tennessee 4. Let's go Tennessee 4.
No
UNC 5. Oregon State 6.
That's too high. I think Kentucky will get it first, and then East Carolina.
Dude, Kentucky is going to fall off, man. You know it. Like I think they'll be.
I know it, but I mean, okay. Let's do this. Kentucky, 16-5 in the SEC. Let's just say they get swept the next. Let's just say they go 0-9 in their SEC game. They're still 16-14 in the SEC.
I just don't think they're a national host.
I mean, Ben, all they have to do is win 2 games. They're a national seed. 18 wins in the SEC is national seed territory.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that, but like I'd put Kentucky well below Oregon State. Give me Oregon State at 6.
What if we do that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. East Carolina 6, Oregon State 7, Kentucky 8.
I like that better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and then Florida State 9. Well, who do we have left? South Carolina, Duke, and Mississippi State?
Yeah.
I'd probably go South Carolina, Duke, Mississippi State, 10, 11, 12. Perfect.
I mean, we're leaving out We're leaving out Irvine. We're leaving out Dallas Baptist. We're leaving out Wake and Virginia.
I mean, we got to leave somebody out.
I mean, oh, damn, dude. I don't know if I like leaving out Virginia and Wake. But, I mean,
Well, who does Virginia have left?
I'm looking at it now.
Virginia they're 14-10. They've got 35 strength of schedule.
Virginia's got NC State and Virginia Tech, the last 2 ACC series.
Let's just say they go 4-2. They're going to be 18-12 in the ACC, brother. They're hosting. If they they win those 2 series.
Well, who are you going to take out? I'm cool with whatever. I just need to know who you're taking out.
I think you take out Duke if Virginia wins it, or Virginia goes 18-12. But I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Duke
5,
did beat Virginia 2 out of 3, right?
7. You think the SEC gets 7 hosts?
Probably not.
I think they get 6.
Yeah.
So kick Georgia out and put Virginia.
Yeah, let's take Georgia out just because both of you think Vandy's going to win this weekend anyways.
Virginia.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. We're done.
All right, let's do our 2 seeds.
What?
Well, it's actually easier. So if anybody's building a field of 64 for the first time, like doing the 4 seeds next is probably the next easiest thing.
All
like
right,
AQ qualifiers.
Yeah.
Go conferences, standing, and then we're going to go. So, I mean, all right, we'll go.
So you just want me to read off who I think is going to win each conference, like one bid league?
Conference RPI.
I can do this.
Like Bryant is for sure winning it.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom up. Like Florida A&M's probably win the SWAC.
All right, we're getting disorganized here. Let's just do this. American, one bid league unless somebody wins the conference tournament. So East Carolina's in. Nobody else from the American. The ASUN. Who's going to win the ASUN? Kennesaw State has the best resume. So let's just go Kennesaw State. Right?
What do you mean we're disorganized? I'm literally doing it how we should.
No, I know, but we're all three like it wasn't like this is a bad thing. I'm just saying you were doing one thing, I was doing one thing, Jack was doing one thing. We all just we got to get on the same page. We got 30 minutes left.
Okay, Dayton or St. Louis?
I think Dayton wins it.
Yeah, me too. We think Oklahoma State's going to win, right?
Big East, UConn. Big South, Upstate. Big Ten, we say Nebraska. So these are all just conference champions. And then we'll get our 30 AQs in there. Fill out some 4 seeds. Big West, UC Irvine. CAA. We can go Charleston, UNCW. It doesn't matter. Like that's going to be a 3-bid league. So
pick one.
Let's just say Charleston because they have the head-to-head. Conference USA. Up to you guys. Western Kentucky's got a half-game lead over Louisiana Tech. Dallas Baptist game and a half behind.
Well, Dallas Baptist lost both to Louisiana Tech and Western Kentucky.
Yeah,
I think DBU's got the best chance in tournament. They got the best pitching.
Yeah.
Western Kentucky?
No, let's go Dallas Baptist.
DBU.
Dallas Baptist will win that tournament, I think.
I agree as well.
Horizon will go Wright State. Ivy League Columbia, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. You guys like Niagara or Fairfield?
I like Ryder.
All right, we'll go Ryder. The MAC, we'll go Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Bowlers.
Missouri Valley, we'll go Indiana State. Mountain West, we'll go Fresno State. Northeast, the Neck. Do we go Long Island, Sacred Heart, or Wagner? They're all tied for first.
Wagner,
Let's go
baby.
Long Island for Jack. Let's go
Yeah,
Long
Long
Island for Jim.
What?
Shark bait. Well,
Ohio Valley. Morehead State.
no doubt.
Dude, the Ohio Valley is crazy. They got 6 teams. Let's see, Little Rock's in first, but there's 5 other teams behind them.
Morehead lost the series to Little Rock already.
1 game back. All right, we'll go Little Rock. Even though like any of those teams can win that tournament. Just whoever wins the OVC.
Oregon State, Pac-12.
Yeah, Oregon State, Pac-12. Army in the Patriot League. SEC does not matter who you put.
Hey, Death, Texas, and Army winning the Patriot League.
Yeah, guaranteed. SEC, literally pick anybody. It doesn't matter. We have plenty of them in already.
Arkansas.
SoCon, Samford, 1.5 lead over UNCG. Southland, Lamar. Sunbelt, let's just say Louisiana, but that conference tournament's going to be nuts too.
So
It's going to be a great tournament.
How many teams do you think they get in?
3 guaranteed, maybe a 4th.
Florida A&M in the SWAC.
I kind of like Texas Southern.
Dude, stop. Omaha in the Summit.
Yeah.
Just for the listeners out there, St. Thomas is ineligible to play in the postseason.
Yeah. San Diego, West Coast, and Grand Canyon, WAC.
Boom, done. Now let's sort these bad boys. Data, sort range, advanced sorting option, column D, Z to A, bang. All right, so here's what we're going to do. College Station, 1, 2, 3, 4, blank. Fayetteville, 1, 2, 3, 4, blank. Clemson, 1, 2, 3, 4, blank. Knoxville, all right. And then over here, it's going to go Lincoln, 1, 2, 3, 4, blank. Stillwater.
All right, while you're doing that, we can't listen to this for the next. You just do it silently, and then Jack and I will talk about anything else.
I was going to say we lost everybody.
Yeah, I know this. So what Dimitri's doing right now is he's setting up like the template or whatever, where we have the regional site and then the 4 teams below it, and then the next regional site. So one will match up versus 16 and Super, 2, 15, 3, 14, so on and so on. And yeah, so like the easiest way to do a field of 64, like get your 16 host sites first. That's step 1. Go get your AQ qualifiers for just pick conference champions for like all the 1-bid leagues. And then what he did was he sorted from RPI and sorted from the highest to the lowest so that we can, make decisions the worst 4 seed's going to go to the best 1 seed for the most part, unless there's a specific geographic region where like that 4 seed can make a quick drive over. That's typically how the committee has done it recently. So he's finishing up the template now. Got our 16 host sites. He's going to plug in all the 1 seeds, the host teams, and then we'll go in and do the 4 seeds. And then after that, the easiest thing for me, the way I do it, is I'll go plug in the 2 seeds. Like I'll plug in like the teams that just missed the cut from hosting. I have no idea what the committee does though. I really think the committee just sits around in a room and they just talk about like anything but college baseball. And then when it gets to like 30 minutes left, they're like, all right,
Scramble.
let's throw it together real quick.
They definitely don't look at head to head. They definitely, I feel like, ride or die with the RPI. They also definitely just look at it from a financial standpoint. Like if we only think 4 to maybe 5 Sunbelt teams get in, and we're realistically going to leave James Madison off, who's got an RPI of 27 right now. Like, you gonna leave them out?
Right.
Well, dude, and you know what's crazy is like the NCAA does look at this as a revenue standpoint because
100%.
like the college football playoff, the NCAA doesn't get paid. The NCAA basketball tournament, the NCAA doesn't get paid. So this is the biggest like revenue tournament that the NCAA does, where they get paid, and they get paid by bids. Like teams will submit bids showing like why they should host and how much money is guaranteed to go to the NCAA. And then these host sites make money after whatever they. So they say, hey, NCAA, we'll guarantee $200,000 to you. Like they're liable for 200,000, and they keep everything after that. And the NCAA gets the first 200,000. So like it's kind of a weird tournament. And
All right, here
dude,
we
that's
go.
a big reason why Auburn got the host site last year over Campbell was going to host at the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. It was borderline. Auburn, Cohen was the chairman last year. Auburn AD, and of course he guaranteed maybe $1 more than whatever Campbell submitted. So that's why Auburn got it as like a 19 RPI.
You guys ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Do
We
it.
gotta go fast. We got 20 minutes.
Yep. So here we go. Omaha.
I mean, dude, I know Lincoln is the. Yeah, I guess they would send Omaha to Fayetteville because they would be the worst 4 seed. But with Omaha in the tournament, I could see them sending them to Lincoln. I really could.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, sorry. They're going right there.
If Nebraska hosts and Omaha makes it, like almost guaranteed Omaha's going to Nebraska.
100%.
Long Island, I would send to A&M. Fayetteville always gets a fun team. Oh, Fayetteville would for sure get Little Rock.
Little Rock.
No brainer. Florida A&M would 100% go to Florida State.
Flat Tallahassee.
Yeah, because they're both in Tallahassee. And another fun fact for the listeners, the NCAA tries to save as much money as possible, and because they pay for the trips, like the plane rides or whatever. So if there's any way that they can get a team to bus over somewhere or not have to spend on hotel rooms, they do that.
300 miles. 300 miles.
Yep.
Yeah. Wright State back to Knoxville.
Yep, I could see that. Or Clemson, but I think there's.
We're sending the Raiders back to Knoxville.
We're
Okay.
all started. West Point can fly wherever.
Army. They're going to go to. I would send Army to Corvallis.
Nope, Fresno State's going to Corvallis.
All right. Well, Army's got to go somewhere far.
Yeah, I would hold off on Army. They're going to be like the wild card because, like, they just get sent to the most random places. Stillwater's fine, sure. Put them in there right now.
Fresno State to Corvallis.
Bryant to Clemson.
Clemson.
Yep.
Dayton. Dayton needs to go to I would say Greenville, to be honest.
I can see that.
It doesn't.
I can
Maybe
also
no.
see
They're probably Kentucky, probably
Wagner
Lexington, Kentucky.
or Indiana.
Where do you think? Where do you think?
Dayton would go to Kentucky. That's
Oh
really
yeah.
close. I think. I don't know, but it seems close.
I'm just making it pleasing for people to read. All right, here we go. Dayton to Kentucky. Where the hell
Lexington.
is Lexington? All right.
Grand Canyon would go.
Where's Ryder going? Charlottesville?
Either there or Durham.
Yeah.
Either there, Durham, South Carolina. It doesn't matter.
Where's Grand Canyon going?
I could see him going to Stillwater.
Yeah.
Move Army somewhere.
Send Army somewhere else.
Yeah.
We'll send Army to
Starkville. Send him to Starkville.
A few the proud.
Columbia.
Columbia.
Columbia's going
Greenville.
to Charlottesville.
Or yeah, Charlottesville. That's good.
Smart guy.
Bowling Green. Kentucky. No, they're Bowling Green's Ohio or Kentucky, Ohio. Ohio?
It's in Ohio.
Yeah. They're going to Indiana State. Upstate. They're going to Clemson, to be honest, guys.
Yeah, just send him to Durham.
No,
Try
send him to Columbia. Wait, no, send him to USC. Send him to Columbia.
No, here's what I'm saying. Bryan will go to Chapel Hill. Upstate will go to Clemson.
But Upstate's so much better than Bryant. That's the thing. You're not going to send a good 4 seed to the number 3 over. Or maybe they will at Clemson. They did it a couple years ago. Last
USC
year.
Upstate right down the road from Clemson.
They're all close.
What?
I mean, it's not too far to Columbia either. Or Durham. It doesn't matter.
All right, well, okay. All I know is USC Upstate is staying in the state of South Carolina. So,
Yeah, send Ryder to North Carolina. What are we doing
yeah,
here? Yeah, send him to North Carolina. Upstate will go to South Carolina.
perfect. Sanford. Greenville.
Mississippi State. Or Greenville, yeah. I'm good with that.
Kennesaw State will go to, I guess, Duke. Yep,
Yeah.
that works. Lamar. All right, 3 C's. So so for the listeners out there, when you're building a field of 64, you want to leave the 3 C's, even though, because some of these could be a 2, like Dallas Baptist, Irvine, San Diego could all end up playing their way into 2 C's. So,
Yeah, so Lamar, Charleston, Louisiana would probably play their way into a 2 seed. I would just say Lamar and Charleston are the only 2 that would go into 3 seed territory. Like guaranteed, you know? As of right now. Maybe UConn. Even though UConn looks like a 2 right now.
all right, where do you want to put Lamar?
3 seed at A&M for sure.
A&M Lamar. Yep. Charleston. 3
3
seed
seed
at
Clemson.
Columbia.
Clemson. 3 seed Clemson.
You're right. You're right.
I would go ahead and put like Dallas Baptist at like a 2 seed at Oklahoma State. Irvine 2 seed, probably Oregon State. San Diego's going to be a 2 seed. Maybe, I mean, they're going to probably have to go somewhere like probably Arkansas. And like, I don't know. Let's hold off on UConn and Louisiana because I think they could both play their way into a 2 seed, but probably going to.
UConn probably not, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
UConn
Anyway,
probably
all
not.
right,
But if
here's
Louisiana
what
wins
we're
the Sun Belt regular season, I think they're a 2 seed. But anyways, we'll hold off.
So here's
All right.
what we're going to do now. We're going to take the top 80 RPI teams, whatever. We are going to put them right below here. Yep. So we've got obviously South Carolina is in, Indiana State, Oregon State, Virginia in,
Virginia. Oh yeah, Virginia is in. Yeah.
and then
Dallas
Urban,
Baptist is in.
Nebraska. We're in. Duke is in. Mississippi State in. Oklahoma State in. All right. All these teams are at large team. Okay. So Georgia. The
I'd say a
Clemson.
2 seed at no.
I'm talking. I'm kidding. They're going to go. They're going to go to a high seed. So Lincoln, Indiana State, or Virginia.
I could see Indiana State. They're going to send a 2 seed like SEC team up there.
Vanderbilt would go to Indiana State before Georgia.
All right, let's put Vandy there. All right, and then we'll put Georgia. Let's go 2 seed at Nebraska.
All right. Georgia 2 seed in Nebraska, you think?
Yeah.
All right. We've got Dallas Baptist in there already. I forgot about that. All right. And we've got Irvine already in there. Okay. Georgia going to Lincoln. All right.
Wake Forest. Let's do Wake Forest next.
Wake Forest is definitely going to Starkville, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Or Columbia.
Let's do Starkville.
And why?
Columbia's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, Columbia's fine.
All right, cool. That would be a sick 1-2.
Yeah. Alabama.
Alabama. Going to
Charlottesville.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Or Duke.
No, let's go Virginia.
All right. The Roll Tide Roll going to Charlottesville. Santa Barbara. I could see Santa Barbara going to like Knoxville or Clemson or even College Station, to be honest. Ooh, what about like somewhere like here, Lexington or Chapel Hill?
I think Knoxville sounds good.
All right. UC Santa Barbara. Take out the UC, make it look prettier. All right. We'll hold off on Florida for now.
Yeah. We already put Vanderbilt in.
Yeah. Coastal Carolina.
Pick your poison, man. There's a bunch of different places.
They're going to Chapel Hill.
All right.
100%, right?
Sure. That sounds good.
Hey, Jack, how you doing over there, buddy?
That was the closest I've come to pooping my pants in quite some time, friends.
Love that. Guarantee.
Yeah, wait.
Here we go. Oklahoma.
I'd say 2 seed at maybe Starkville or
Greenville.
Makes sense.
I think they go to Lexington or Greenville or Durham.
Why not Starkville?
Yeah, they can go to Starkville. I just think East Carolina is going to get a Power 5 team as a 2 seed.
Oh yeah, we got plenty left, but also East Carolina's way higher in the RPI than.
All right, Oklahoma done. Well, let's wait. Let's leave James Madison out for now. NC State.
I mean, the easy answer would say Greenville, right?
That is the easy and the correct answer.
Jungle would eat that up.
Ole Miss, you're going to leave you out. West Virginia.
Lexington. Probably Lexington, right?
Yeah.
Geographically speaking.
All right.
I would hold off on like UCF
Yep.
and
Hold out UCF
Xavier.
North.
So how many more 2 seeds do we need?
2 seeds. We need A&M. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Longhorns. Texas is going to A&M.
Northeastern, San Diego, Texas Tech.
We have San Diego in already.
Oh, yeah, we do. Great. All right, Northeastern, Virginia Tech, Texas Tech, Arizona.
Arizona is going to be a potential host, so let's make them a 2 seed.
I would send Arizona to Tallahassee.
All right. Yeah, there's usually a Pac-12 team there, huh?
Actually, you know what? No, Alabama. No, Arizona.
Just put Arizona. If we need to change it at the end, we will, but
All
just
right,
get them on
Arizona,
paper.
you are in. All right.
Maryland and Auburn, I'd leave off.
Yep. So we need to get Northeastern, Virginia Tech in there.
Well, what do you think about another Big 12 team?
Texas Tech. Texas Tech to College Station.
Sure.
That's beautiful. All right. So we need a 2 seed in Durham. And
I
Clemson.
think UT is going to finish as a 2 seed. I think the Longhorns finish as a 2 seed. I know that this is current RPI, but
how about this? Northeastern to Clemson.
Yeah, that works. Jack, why do you think Texas is going to be a 2 seed? Just
As
the
I
way
would-
they finished Big 12?
yeah, I bet the way they finish the season.
Who does Texas even have left? Because I do think that I tweeted about the other day that I think that they could be the Big 12 team to get hot right now.
I mean, I think they're 2 games back from winning the Big 12 championship, like the regular season championship.
Their RPI is up a lot. They're
we have
55
an
now. They
issue.
were 70.
We are going to send Virginia Tech to Knoxville and send Santa Barbara to Duke.
That checks out. They've already made the trip. Texas is 28-18.
Dan, are you okay with that?
What?
We're going to put Santa Barbara in Duke and put Virginia Tech in Knoxville.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
We'll know about Texas. They've got Oak State at home this weekend, 2 UCF, home against Kansas. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They have a bunch of RPI boosters left.
yeah.
Who?
Texas does. 3 against Oklahoma State, at UCF, and then Kansas at home. Those could all be quad 1 games.
Yeah.
They're 55 right now. So it would be a lot of projecting, but they do have a path. The RPI is just 55 right now, which is
So Texas, you think Texas ends up a 2 seed? And Santa Barbara ends up a 3? Or, I'm sorry, not Santa Barbara, or a Texas Tech.
You already finished it. I mean, leave it as is.
Virginia Tech could be a 3 seed. I could totally see that.
I would feel more comfortable with Texas being a 2 seed and Virginia Tech is a 3. Because Virginia Tech's got a tough schedule the rest of the way.
Yep.
All right, so we can send Texas to Knoxville and Virginia Tech at the 3 seed to somewhere like Lincoln. Here you go. I like
Perfect.
that.
Perfect. Put them at Terre Haute.
All right, and then Texas, you are in.
Boom.
So we need to get Northeastern in there. Did we already put them in? Yep.
Yep.
Virginia Tech, you're in. Kansas State.
Yeah, let's just delete let's delete like Xavier. I don't think Xavier's gonna make it.
Nope.
I don't think Maryland's gonna make it.
Nope.
Ole Miss won't make it.
Nope.
TCU's bubble. Auburn, you can get rid of Auburn. You can get rid of Notre Dame. LSU, Notre Dame. Creighton's 6 and 9, and yeah, get rid of them.
All right, here we go.
Get rid of Rutgers.
We don't need any more teams than that, dude.
I mean, we're gonna use some of those teams though.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, all
Count
right.
it again.
Let's start here.
Counted. And on that note, I gotta go run to a birthday dinner. 11.7.
All right, dude.
Tell
your pops that said happy birthday.
I will, man. 11.7. I love you guys.
Jack.
I vote all the Sun Belt teams in, all of them, every single one of them.
Let's finish this up.
Even put Marshall in.
All right. Florida definitely needs to get in for right now. They could play their way out, but 18 RPI.
I think Florida's in.
Yeah, like, dude, if they can just win like 13 SEC games, so like 4 more over the next 3 weeks.
What if we did the?
Perfect. Florida at Stillwater. No. They need to be at like a top. No. They need to be. Yeah, Tallahassee. Perfect.
Oh my God, that's a loaded ass regional.
Yeah. All right, I got 16 minutes.
All right, let's do this.
Let's put the teams in. Like, let's not worry about James Madison right now or UCF. Like, let's put the teams in that like should 100% be in. Like, Oregon should 100% be in.
Yep, Oregon.
Right.
Let's put them in. That's a strong. I think they're going to be a strong. They might end up being.
Put them in Fayetteville. Put them in. 3 seed.
Stillwater.
What do you think about Lincoln?
What about Stillwater or Lincoln? I think Stillwater playing Dallas.
All right, yeah, because they always put a Pac-12 team in Stillwater. Like Washington was that 3 seed last year.
Yep.
All right.
Congratulations to the Ducks. You are in. Louisiana, they're getting in, dude. Louisiana. These 3 teams are crazy.
Well, we need Louisiana in because we have them winning the Sun Belt as an AQ.
Oh yeah, UConn and Louisiana. We got to put them in.
Yeah.
UConn, I can see them going to Chapel Hill or Greenville.
I think UConn would go to Charlottesville.
All right. I like that.
Louisiana, let's go with Arkansas.
Fayetteville?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Nah, I don't think with San Diego there. I think let's put them in Knoxville. Starkville, dude. Starkville.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Louisiana, you are in the tournament. UConn, you are in the tournament. Oh my God, dude. 1, 2, 3.
I think those 3. I think really those 4, 5. I think those 5 teams are going to be in.
All 5 of them?
Yeah. Like I think Charleston, Southern Miss, Troy, and UNCW are all going to be in.
Dude. Oh, sorry. These 3 teams. Sorry. You think James Madison? No, 2? No way.
Oh wait, we have Charleston in already.
Yeah.
Yeah, UNC, dude. Those 3 teams, I would almost guarantee those 3 teams get in. UNCW, Troy, and Southern Miss. Like they're all going to find a way to get in. Like their RPI is going to get better. Let's just put them in.
All right.
I even think Louisiana Tech too.
Chapel Hill. No, they're going to go to Columbia.
All right.
UNC Wilmington, you are in. Troy. Troy.
Go back up. Scroll back up. Let's look. Probably Tallahassee, right? Or
They can go to Knoxville.
all right, yeah, let's do it.
Southern Miss.
Fayetteville.
Yep. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots open. I think James Madison misses.
Yeah, I don't think James Madison's going to hold up.
UCF, I think they're going to miss.
I think, yeah, Kansas State's for sure getting in.
Kansas State.
Yeah, let's go Kansas State.
They're going to
Or
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Yep.
All right. TCU's out, dude, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're out right now for sure.
Louisiana Tech, Charleston, Georgia Tech.
Utah is 100% in right now.
I agree. 14-7 in the Pac-12. You're getting in. Utah will go to Chapel Hill or Lexington.
Let's go Lexington.
All right. Any other teams down here? Illinois, Purdue. I don't know.
I think the Big Ten gets 2 teams. We got to put a second Big Ten team in there.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not putting Purdue in.
I would almost lean Indiana. Indiana plays Purdue this weekend, and they're 1 game different. And Indiana has a much better, non-conference.
Yeah.
Let's go Indiana.
Okay, Indiana. Let me just look at something. Indiana.
Dude, make it quick. I got 10 minutes.
All right, 48 strength of schedule. I like it. All right, Indiana. Let's put them in.
We're projecting Indiana to finish hot. Plus, I think that they're still one of the most talented teams.
Indiana to Chapel Hill. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. What do you think? Louisiana Tech, Charleston, Georgia Tech. Anybody down here? Arizona State, Kennesaw, no. Georgia Southern, no. Louisville, no. Cincinnati, no. Yeah, I mean, anybody in the 80s that we're missing? That's a big jump in 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think Georgia Tech we need to put somewhere.
You think Georgia Tech can get in?
Yeah.
What's their RPI? Georgia Tech.
They're at 30 something.
61 strength.
They're at 30 something. You've passed them a bunch.
What?
Or 40 something.
Yeah. All right. We can send Georgia Tech out to Corvallis.
Let's send them to Duke. Or
they can't go to Duke.
Oh, duh. I knew that. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Charleston, Louisiana Tech. And
we have Charleston in already.
Oh, yeah, we do. Sorry. Louisiana Tech. Oh, my God. What do you think?
Let's put Louisiana Tech in. And then we might have to put TCU or somebody in that we deleted.
Pick one.
Greenville's fine. Louisiana Tech, Greenville.
Where? You want to send Louisiana Tech to Durham or Greenville?
Let's go Greenville.
All right. Any of these teams that we skipped on early? We pushed Ole Miss out. We pushed Xavier out. The Big East could get 2 teams. You want to throw Xavier in there? I don't like them that much, though.
Yeah, let's put Xavier in there.
They've got the 8th strength of schedule, dude.
Yeah, they're actually. I got Xavier and Creighton mixed up. Xavier's having a better year,
All
so
right.
let's go Xavier.
So I don't like this whole Santa Barbara Xavier thing in Durham, but it's not bad.
We can clean it up. I just got to run. We got to end the
All
podcast
right, all
here.
right, all right.
But we might end up switching a few things. But this is just a crash test of like how to build a field of 64. If you guys are unfamiliar, I know it was kind of scatter plotted, but we wanted to try something new here today. Anyways, I got to run. I got to pick my son up from daycare, and we'll post a graphic later today. But it might have a couple changes, but for the most part, this is what it's going to look like. So.
Yep.
Anyways, y'all enjoy college baseball this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be on top of things on social media, and we appreciate all the love and support. And we'll be back on Sunday night or Monday, depending on scheduling. But see you, everybody.